Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is Monday, August 5th. Here we are, already 5 days into August. Sorry I'm a bit late popping in. It's already a Monday morning, and it is a Monday of a holiday Monday, actually. A lot of people here in Canada have a holiday. I think all the provinces call it a different thing. And I mentioned on Friday that I would still be going live because my family and I were just at home this weekend getting some things done, and I'm catching up on work and getting ready to go on vacation next week. Oh my goodness, the end of next week. So I have all of this week and all of next week. But yes, everything. It's been a Monday morning already, but I'm here. I'm a little bit late, but we're here. And today we have Global Design Project Challenge, a new one, 457, GDP 457. And it's a color challenge this week, which I love a good color challenge because sometimes I sit down and I look at my cardstock. Hi, Carla. Hello, everyone. Hi, Leanne. Thank you for joining me. Sometimes I look at my cardstock and my ink colors. I'm like, what should I put together today? The catalog has some great resources in it. We have a color wheel that you can use. There's all kinds of inspiration in the catalog and online on the Stampin Up website. But this one came from the Global Design Project Challenge this week, and these colors are so pretty together. And this week I had planned to use Seaside Wishes, so that's what we're going to go ahead with. However, this morning I checked, and Seaside Wishes is on low inventory, so I'm still going to continue with my week as planned because this is a bundle that is in the annual catalog and it will be back, right? So if you like the Seaside Wishes, you've had your eye on it, you live in Canada and you want to place your order, I'd place it as soon as you can so you can get these 5-card kits in the mail from me. When you spend a minimum $60 and you use my new host code that I generate every Monday, and you'll see that when I flip the camera, it'll be on the screen at the top. Yeah, I'm going to be sharing 5 Seaside Wishes cards this week. As many of you know, I am from the east coast of Newfoundland, and anything to do with ocean, nautical stuff is near and dear to my heart, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And this one is beautiful, this bundle. It's a hybrid bundle, which means we have stamps, we have dies, and we have a hybrid embossing folder, which means that there is a die that actually is designed to go in the folder. And that's really a unique concept. And when I first saw that concept, I was like, what? We're going to put a die inside the folder and we're not going to like ruin the folder. But no, it's designed to go that way so that these little sand dollars will be able to cut out and be embossed at the same time, right? So it's amazing. All right, so let's get started. Thank you everybody for being here. If you're joining me, let me know you're with me. Hello, Rebecca. Hi, Lynn. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Dorothy. Hello, Janet. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Judy. I am geared up to get all of the kits out from people that ordered last week for the Frosted Forest bundle. Oh my goodness. You guys love those cards, and I sure did too. And you're going to love having that bundle in your collection. It is a fantastic bundle, and I can see myself making a lot of different cards with that one. And I used a bunch of different packs of DSP last week on all my cards. Thank you for all the love, you guys. And I want to share with you today's the 5th of August, okay? Tomorrow's the 6th of August, which means you can redeem your bonus day coupon starting tomorrow or midnight tonight. There's that little thumbs up again. You can redeem those bonus day coupons starting tomorrow, and we have a 15% off designer series paper sale starting tomorrow, August 6th. That's going to run till the end of the month. Okay, so lots of fun things coming up. If you're a demonstrator, you guys know that, or you probably should know that the new September to January mini catalog goes live for us tomorrow. We can place our pre-orders tonight at midnight as well and redeem our bonus day coupons and get all the designer series paper on sale. When you're a demonstrator, you get to double dip. You get your discount and you get to pre-order, and there's so many perks. So if you're on the fence about joining, tomorrow or tonight at midnight would be a good time to pick your starter kit, because you can choose things from that September to January mini catalog, put them in your starter kit, and then fill it up to 165, whatever it is you want, and then you're only going to pay $135. No shipping, no tax. It's amazing. And then for the rest of, well, after you get your demonstrator ID, which is pretty much immediately, you're going to be able to enjoy your discount for as long as you stay active as a demonstrator. And you're going to want to stay because there's so many perks to being a demonstrator. All right, let's flip the camera and get started on the Seaside Wishes card. My card number 1 featuring the Global Design Project Color Challenge. Let me share with you when I flip the camera what colors we're going to be playing with today. Here we go. We're going to flip and point you down at my work surface here. And there's my new host code for the week. This one will run until Sunday, August 11th at midnight. All right, so let me just get myself situated here. I got so much stuff on my desk. Let me raise up a little small bit. Okay, so we're playing with Seaside Wishes, which is on page 73 of the catalog. Okay, so I've got the catalog open here. I want to show you which one I'm going to be playing with. This one right here. So you can see we've got stamps, dies, and the hybrid embossing folder. The item code for the bundle is 163498. So that way you can get all 3 products. You're going to get the stamp set. Let me show you what that looks like. This Seaside Wishes stamp set. You're going to receive the dies, the Seaside Wishes dies. It's a set of 8 dies. Let me grab those and bring them into the camera. We've got our 1 die that works with the hybrid folder. And then we've got 5 other dies here. We've got some really intricate sea urchins here. We've got little starfish and some greenery. Water greenery, I guess you would call it, seaside greenery. But this is the star of the show because it works with the embossing folder. So this is the hybrid 3D embossing folder. So you can take your die and you can pop it into your folder and you can feel with your thumbs if you line it up. And let's see, did I put it on the right side? Let's see, this side. So you can actually feel it go into the grooves and it sits there. And that's how it works with the other side. They have made this specially made so that it stays there. And then it'll go into these grooves on the other side and you put your cardstock in and then you close it up and then you get that effect, right? So it's designed to put the die in there. So don't worry, it's not going to break your die. Now, you always want to remember to put the spine into your machine first, right? They'll always say that every time. So we don't crack our embossing folders. All right, let's get started. Our color challenge is, let me bring in my paper here. Global Design Project Challenge. Let me move my stamps out of the way over here. GDP 457. We're up to 457 for challenges. We have Summer Splash, Daffodil Delight, and Misty Moonlight. What a great combo, right? Really pretty blues and a nice pop of bright Daffodil Delight to just balance it all out. Okay, so my card today, I'm going to use a Misty Moonlight card base. Okay, so we've got one here that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. We're just going to reinforce that score line. And then I'm bringing in Basic Beige. Basic Beige is a new color that came out in May, and it's such a great neutral color. It's also a great stamping color. I've heard from many of you that you prefer this, or a lot of times you prefer it and you're reaching for it instead of very vanilla or even basic white. So it works to stamp on as well. And what I'm going to do with that one is I'm going to bring in the folder. And for today's card, I thought I'd keep it simple and we'll just play with the folder the way it's designed. So we're going to open up the folder and there's a line next to the Stampin' Up logo. I'm going to line up my cardstock with that line. Close up my folder. We're going to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So let me grab my machine and we'll get that going here. Got a little shadow on the side of my screen over on this side. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to grab the machine and for this one, we just need platform number 1 and our gray 3D embossing plate. Okay, so there's our platform number 1. We're going to put the embossing folder in, remember, with the spine first, because the wheels are right under the handle here, and that's what's going to apply the pressure to our embossing folder. And then you're going to get a plate number 4 that comes with your machine. That's for doing the 3D embossing folders. If you ever forget and you grab a different combination of folders and platform and it's too stiff, don't force it, okay? It just means that it's not the right configuration, and you want to go back to looking at your notes, or actually the cheat sheets that they give you, the cheat notes that they give you on the platforms, right? Like it tells you on this plate number 1 that it is for cutting, and it gives you all the sandwiches here. So definitely, you know, reach out if you need help with layering anything. I'm definitely happy to help you with that. Okay, now, oh, I was missing a die over there on my other table. Let me put that back on there. Okay, so let's take a look and see how amazing this works as just an embossing folder, like a regular a folder. So you have lots of options. You can use the folder by itself and look at the texture. I mean, those sea urchin sand dollars look like they're ready to just like pop right out of the cardstock, don't they? And then you've got the nice little splattery look on the sides over here. I love it. Okay, so now we're not going to put that down on the card base yet. We're going to bring in a piece of designer series paper. Now the country lace paper, oh, I love this paper. It has Misty Moonlight. So when I was looking at my color challenge, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring in that paper because it's really pretty. I'm going to put that down here. Let's see what's going to be the bottom. I want this big guy to be up top. We're going to put this piece of DSP down here at the bottom of my basic beige. Let's get my glue out. Get that flow in here. Good morning, everyone. Wow, so lovely to see you all here. Didn't receive your notification. Marie, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I was late today. I was later getting on than normal. Just a Monday issue. I apologize, but I'm not sure why Facebook didn't notify you. Maybe I should look at sending something out in the mornings as a reminder, but I do always try to go live right at 9 if I can. Sometimes I'm a few minutes late. I apologize, but sometimes life gets in the way. Okay, so we've got our DSP on our basic beige. So now this can now go down onto our card base. Make sure my card is opening the right way. Yeah, okay, good thing I checked that. Because, you know, you don't want to put it on backwards. Nothing any worse than making a card, getting it all finished, and then you go to open it and realize you made it backwards, right? It's happened. It's happened to me. It's happened to several of you, I know. Okay, so we're putting this onto our card front. Look at that. So nice as a background. Okay, so now let's bring in the dies, and we're going to do some die cutting. So from our dies, we've got 3 of these little grassy kind of looking ones, and we've got our hybrid one, which we're not going to play with today, but we will this week. I'll be playing with this one the entire week. But these 2 detailed ones, I was quite intrigued by them, and I wanted to play with them. So we're going to use, from the color challenge, we're going to use Summer Splash. So let's grab my scrap bin here, my scrap folder, and we'll grab a couple of pieces and see. Will they fit on here? Yes. All right, so we're going to cut 2 of those out of Summer Splash. Then we're going to cut out from the greenery or the sprigs. I don't know what you would call these. We're going to cut all 3 of them. Okay, so we're going to cut all 3. And then I want to bring in this little small starfish. So for the starfish, I'm going to stamp that with, I'm not going to stamp it. I'm going to die cut it with foil sheets. Okay, so we're going to get a piece of foil, and this is what I like to do. I like to just take the die and lay it on top and then just trim. And you're going to get all of these pieces of cardstock and foil in your kits and designer series paper, because you do need to have the bundle to do this, to do my card kits, okay? So you're going to get the foil, you're going to get the Summer Splash cardstock, and you're also going to get the Daffodil Delight cardstock. So let's get some Daffodil Delight scraps, and I've got a piece here. Let's see what we can get on here. We can put 1, 2, let's see, we'll do like this. And we'll put another one down here like that. There we go. So now I'm just going to bring in my scissors and trim this. There. Because I don't want to put any more onto my platform than I need, because we only got so much room on the platform. What is that? That fell out of my bin. Okay, so let's get this anchored down so nothing moves. So we're going to put some Post-it tape there. We're going to tape that starfish down right here like that. And let's put our Daffodil Delight pieces back on here. And just maybe one piece will anchor all three of these down. All right, so let's get these through the machine. And these two here are very intricate. So I'm going to flip them upside down because I want the blades to hit the wheels first. But let's bring the machine in first. Okay, so we've got our machine. We've got our platform. All right, so we need platform number 1, like this. And sorry, I'm just trying to read your comments. Made your fun-filled Christmas card this morning. Yay! I hope you had fun making that one, Maureen. I had fun making it. Okay, so we've got our platform number 2 and 3 on here. I'm going to take these and flip them upside down so that the blades hit the wheels first. I've got my Daffodil Delight greenery, and we've got our starfish here. Alrighty, so just need my top plate. Top plate's going on, and we're going to cut this out. All right, here we go. Rolling, rolling. And I'm actually going to go forward and back because I want to make sure those detailed, intricate dies cut out. So you can do that. Depending on your machine, every machine has its own, in quotations, personality, right? So sometimes maybe your machine will cut with only one run through. Mine, sometimes when it's really detailed, like this is quite intricate. I'm going to show you in the camera, but I can tell that it's cut out because some of the pieces are already starting to fall out. So I'm just going to take this off. Now, if you wanted to, you can, for even extra added oomph, you can take this and run it through and even just get another, insurance that it cuts, right? So we can do that, or you can just go ahead and pop it out. So I'm going to do that. I think this is going to be just fine. I'm going to pop mine out, and you can drop it onto your glass mat. See that? When you drop it on the glass mat, often it'll just pop right out. There we go. Look at that. There's one. And I'm going to take this one, drop it on my glass mat, and I don't think it's going to break the glass mat, but, I guess it depends on how much force you have behind it. Let's give it a little bit of a poke here and make sure that it's coming out. There we go. All right. So I do have a few here. I'm just going to kind of just wiggle the die a little bit, and often they will just fall. And you can see I've got lots of summer splash snow on my desk now. Okay. So there we go. We've got the dies. They cut out just nicely. I love it. And we're just going to sweep all of this off. Just dropping, you can do that too. Drop the die by itself, and then they come out pretty clean. And don't forget the dryer sheet method, right? That is my favorite. I keep dryer sheets really close by. When you're dealing with intricate dies, they make it so much easier to use to get rid of the static and to help things fall right out of your dies. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our little green bits cleaned up. All right, let's do the fun stuff. Let's put this together. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of my scraps here and my Post-it tape. Drop them down. I don't know. There's something fun about dropping your dies and having the pieces fall out. Anybody else do the same? I like doing that. Okay, so we're going to get that little foil star out of there. And we're going to put the dies back. Trash in the trash. And dies with the dies. Gotta do it right. Gotta make sure you put stuff back so you're not in the garbage looking for a die. That is not a fun practice. I've been there, and it is time consuming, and oh, it makes me grumpy when I lose things. Anybody with me? Do you get grumpy when you lose something? I'm like, where did I put that? So take the time and put your dies back onto your magnetic sheets. Now I buy mine from Amazon. You can get them just about anywhere, dollar store, Amazon. Just type in magnetic sheets, and I actually keep the cardboard that Stampin' Up! Gives us, and that is a structure for the back of my magnetic sheet. So that's what I do there. Okay, so I've got my pieces, and then we need a stamped image, a greeting. So let's bring back the Seaside Wishes stamp set. I want to share with you how amazing these stamps are. Look at this one. You absolutely made my day. Your friendship is the best gift. Love you. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Isn't that the truth? Oh my goodness, I love that greeting. Okay, so that greeting, what I've already done ahead of time, I've stamped it on some scrap Misty Moonlight. I've used my, I stamped it with Versamark. First I wiped the Misty Moonlight cardstock with my embossing buddy. Then I use Versamark ink, which is a watermark sticky ink. The purpose of the Versamark is to be sticky enough to hold the white embossing powder, which I poured on top, and then I used my heat tool right here. I used the heat tool to heat up that embossing powder and to melt it basically. And then what I did was, from our dies, we have this big die here. Now this, I mentioned we weren't going to use it, but I did use it today. I lied, I'm sorry. This can be used for like some really fun circular patterns. You can cut out shapes with this one, right? It doesn't have to be used as the hybrid, which it's designed for. So what I did was I used this little circle and I cut out this one. So I heat embossed the greeting on Misty Moonlight, and then I put this die right over top like that, and I ran it through the machine. And I really like how that turned out. It gave me the shape of the sand dollar. So I think it turned out, I mean, I love white embossing. I could have also done silver or gold. Either of those would have worked as well. So keeping with the color scheme, we're just bringing in all of the pieces now. So let's grab our little sea urchins here. We're going to put them onto our silicone mat, and we're going to get some glue. And we're going to put this together. Okay, so my liquid glue, I'm going to add to the center of both of these, because, you know, you've got quite, like, that's the thickest part of the cardstock. And then I'm just going to come around and just quickly tap little dots all around. And you don't need to stress about getting it all over. You could use your adhesive sheets to put on the back of these, but I don't know. I feel like when I'm making a card, I want to see the result so fast. So I just prefer to use my liquid glue like this. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it right here like that. And then I'm going to grab this one right here, trying not to get my fingers in the glue. And I'm going to put it right here. And I'm just loosely laying them there because I want to bring in these little sea things, sea greenery, and we're going to put these in. So let's grab the big one, put some glue on the back, and let me bring in my take your pick tool to pick things up so I don't have to get glue on my fingers. Okay, so now we're just going to take this and we're just going to slip that in behind this sea urchin like that. And then this one here, you can also cut these. If you think that they're too long for your project, you can cut them in half if you want. I'm just gonna do that with this one. I'm just gonna cut it in half, and then you can actually have extras, right? Especially if you're tucking them behind things, you can pop them in wherever. So I'm just gonna lift this guy up and put a little pop of color over there. And then we're going to bring in our greeting. Now our greeting is going to sit about right here. So this one is going to go, I'm not going to use that one. I'll use that one on another card. So we're going to take this piece and we'll, Rose got glue on her fingers now. I said not to, I wasn't going to get glue on my fingers, but I did. Oh well. Glue, ink, you know, it's all par for the course when you play with stamps and ink and paper all day. Okay, so this is going to go right here. So we got a nice little bit of pop of Daffodil Delight popping out. I'm just going to grab my tear and tape, and I'm going to add a strip of tear and tape on the back of my greeting. So let's see. It's like this. I'm just going to go across here like that. And we're going to use Take Your Pick tool to peel that off. And then if there's any excess, just fold it back on itself. And then we're going to bring in some of this. I love this ribbon. I use this ribbon all the time. It's time to order a new roll. It is called sheer ribbon. It's called Silver and White. Well, it's a really good name for it because that's exactly what it is. It's silver and it's white. And you can also color this with your blends as well. We can color the center. I've done that a lot as well, just to make it, you know, the feature color of your card. I'm just going to leave mine white and silver today. And I'm just putting it right across my greeting. And then I'm just going to bring in my snips and we're going to cut this on an angle. So just do an angle on that side and an angle on that side. And then now we can put our dimensionals on the back. Okay, so I'll be sending you the ribbon as well for your card. I send you the designer series paper, the ribbon, the embellishments, the cut pieces, but you will be responsible for doing anything that involves the bundle. Okay, so for this hybrid bundle, you'll get the embossing folder, so you'll be able to do your own embossing, and you'll be able to also do the die cutting. It gets you using your bundle that you bought, right? So it's always fun to make sure that is my goal, is to give you ideas so that you can use your products. And we're going to grab the Take Your Pick tool. I'm using mini dimensionals. I'm putting one of them in the center of this foil starfish. And that one's just going to sit over here like that, just to pull all that shine in from the ribbon. It's so pretty. Okay, so then I really liked how this one turned out. But I was like, we need a little more bling. And don't forget about our basic rhinestones. You get a package of 140. I love rhinestones. They are my go-to when I'm wondering about an embellishment. Rhinestone is definitely one that I reach for. So we're going to grab 3 of those. We're going to put a big one. Let's put a big one right here. And then we're going to put a medium one up here. And then I'm going to grab a small one over here like that. It's just to kind of pull all that shine in. Now for the inside of my card, I don't usually use a full card front, but for this one I'm going to, because the greeting that I want to put on the inside is this one. It's the one that says, you absolutely made my day. I love that. Let's see, here it is right here. And it's long. Now, there's a couple of things you could do. You could use your scissors and you could cut this. I've done this before, stamp surgery, but I wanted to keep it the length that it was designed. So I didn't do it for this card, but maybe throughout the week I might snip this down. You never know. So I needed a bigger inside piece, because my normal inside piece is usually 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and this would not work, but I could work it if I changed my stamp. It's your stamp. When you buy it, you can snip it if you want to. Okay, so for this one, we're going to stamp with one of our feature colors, Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp my greeting with Misty Moonlight. And a piece of my Take Your Pick tool is on my card. the putty from my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, so we're stamping with Misty Moonlight, and we're going to stamp straight across the middle here. Like that. And then we're going to bring in, from the stamp set, you got all these amazing stamps. There's just so many things you could do with this. I was really intrigued by the sand dollars. So I'm going to grab this smaller one, and we're going to stamp one down in the corner. I'm going to stamp with Summer Splash. And move my scissors out of the way. So we're just going to come down here and stamp 1, in the corner like that. And then I love a good speckle stamp. This one right here, it looks like sand. I'm going to be using that one a lot. And I thought, let's pull in the basic beige ink pad. So not only do we have a new new color of cardstock, we have the ink pad as well. So I'm going to stamp that and put a few little speckles around this image just to make it look more realistic, like it's sitting in sand. There we go. All right, so that's the inside of my card. Now we're just going to put that in the middle and we're done. We got a pretty card that we can send to someone. Maybe someone did something that they think is very simple and you're like, amazing. You're like, I'm amazed by that. You absolutely made my day with your gesture. And this is a beautiful, beautiful thank you card. All right, there we go, guys. We have the first card of the week using Seaside Wishes hybrid embossing folder. You get the dies, you get the folder, you get the stamps, all of it. And there's my host code right there for the week. And if you want the bundle one more time, the bundle ID is 163498, and this one is $65.50. I think that's a smoking deal to be able to get all three of these amazing products that are going to go together so nicely. Thanks for all the love, you guys. I see all your hearts. Thank you so much. Let me just flip you around slowly. Don't want to break my camera mount. All right. Thanks again for joining me and all the love and the shares and your comments. I appreciate you all so much for coming back, especially if it's your holiday as well. Thank you for getting up and coming and joining me. From everywhere in the world. It's so lovely to have you with me. All right. Take care. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for my next video at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. All right. Have a great day and happy stamping. Bye-bye.